This is my Doc Rivers theory. You give Doc some stars, you might come up short. You give Doc some tryhards, Doc is going to motivate the hell out of those dudes. Doc probably gave the best pregame speech in the history of the Milwaukee Bucks yesterday, because those dudes came on fire. You give Doc Rivers a set of underachieving dudes that everybody thinks can't play, like the Clippers team he had before Paul George and Kawhi Leonard came over there, like after Blake Griffin and CP, but before, like in that little small period. It might have only been a year. Remember Pat Bev was on that team, and they got a couple games off of Golden State. Like, I don't know if the Bucks even got 6 good players without Dame and Giannis. But Doc had those dudes playing last night. I've seen this before. Doc with Orlando, some tryhards. Towards the end with Boston, believe it or not, those dudes were more tryhards than like the juggernauts. KG on a gimpy leg. This is more of a Rondo sort of team. That team that made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, Game 7 against the Miami Heat, that had the 3-2 lead, 3 games to 2 lead, that was a try-hard team. That was a team that should not have been in the Eastern Conference Finals. That team was old. But Doc had done a great job of coaching that team and getting what he could out of them. But you give Doc Rivers a team, a good enough playoff team, but a team that nobody expects anything from, a team that you expect to get stomped on because they don't have the talent, he gonna pull some work out of his ass. And that's what they did last night. And now you're going to Game 6 in Indy, and Indy played like a team that had Game 6 in his back pocket. They played like a youthful team that believed that they didn't have a chance, that they didn't need to close out the Bucks on their own floor in Game 5 because we can just go home and do it. And what happens if, wait a minute, that's Damian Lillard's music. That's Giannis Antetokounmpo's music. You know what I mean? Doc seemed to open the door. He said they're really, 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 really close. I'm like, oh, you know something we don't. And I bet you Doc said this to his team. He said, if you get me through Game 5, these guys will be here for Game 6. And that's another reason why those guys went out and played like they did. They probably know to some degree, we probably can't replicate this type of effort on the road in a hostile environment, but we can get you this one.